Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Let me go and set up this room real quick and then we can get started with our session for the day. So let's see. All right, that's good. It's 6:18 right now, so the market is going to open in about 12 minutes. Everything all set up right now. Today is Wednesday, February 9th. So we're halfway through the trading week. All right, solid. That's good. That's good. All right, let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, guys, everything looks pretty much good to go this morning. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. All right, cool. Everybody's making their way into the room right now, so we'll give it a few minutes for people to join. Good morning, everybody. 6:20 right now. We got about 10 minutes till market opens, so we do have some time. I'm going to start off by drawing these liquidity areas. There's a whole bunch here today on the bottom side. All right, cool. Looks solid. Looks like price has been pretty bullish all London session. We'll see where it goes from here. Let's see. All right, let's see who's in here. Morning, Maria. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Randy. Morning, Miles. Morning, Brenda. Morning, Matt. Morning, Barack. Morning, Rick. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Marisa. Morning, everybody. Yeah, Rick said it's either going to go down or it's going to go sideways. There's a lot of liquidity down here. So when it does come down, it's going to come down eventually. You can't just keep pushing up forever. When it does come down eventually, it's going to come down pretty heavy. I forgot who I talked to about this regarding it reaching the all-time high. It's getting there. It's definitely getting closer. I mean, it pushed up slightly since the mentoring session yesterday. Price was like down here. Or it was a lot lower, actually. It was like around here. So it pushed up about like 4,000, 5,000 pips. Still got some way to go, though. Hey, Rashida, morning. Morning, Jason. Morning, everybody. But yeah, it's still a distance away. Let me measure it real quick. So from the current price up until the all-time high, it is about 12,000 pips. So it's not really that far. I can actually probably make it. If it does keep pushing, it can probably make it maybe by the end of the month, maybe, but we'll see. I mean, there's no guarantee that'll happen, but it's a possibility. So, all right, guys, it is 6:22 right now. Market is going to open in about 8 minutes. Let's start off by taking a look at the retail sentiment. So retail sentiment's currently at 60% short. So we're still going to be bullish today, it looks like, for the most part. It's not like super strong, but it is, the majority of traders are short. So looks like we'll probably be looking to take some buys today. Looking over at the futures data, it's currently up 258 points. Looking over here at CNBC, looking across the board right now, pretty much all of the indexes are all bullish. So the Dow is up 253 points. S&P is up 43 points. NASDAQ's up 191 points. Oil's up as well. while the 10-year bond is down. So it looks like the market is actually doing pretty solid today overall. Yeah, it looks like there's some news here, but I mean overall it's positive for the market. So we'll see what happens when the market actually opens. Let me go ahead and just draw my liquidity areas here as well for the clean chart so that we can be prepared to analyze this as we get closer to market open as well. So a couple right here. There's not really any liquidity zones on the top because everything's been hit already for the day. There's a lot on the bottom though. So I don't know if it'll come down today or anytime soon, but when it does come down, it'll come down pretty hard. It'll probably come down and then come back up. You'll probably see a fake out where it drops pretty heavy and then it just spikes all the way back up, which, you know, that's typical manipulation, especially today, I think, because the inflation news is coming out. So I'm not expecting the inflation news to be good. You know, I don't think anyone else here is expecting it to be good. So when the news does come out today, CPI, core CPI, we're probably going to see a spike to the downside and then a spike back up. There's no guarantee that'll happen, but you know, I don't expect inflation to be getting any better, especially in the type of market conditions that we're currently in. So just keep that in mind. You know, I'll probably mark it up here on the chart so that we can pay attention to it. And we don't forget that there's some high impact news coming up today. All right, 6:25 right now. We got about 5 minutes, so I still got some time. Let me go and check out the calendar real quick, refresh this. All right, so looking over here, we have, actually there's CPI news tomorrow. So there's no inflation news today. Actually, the drops might happen tomorrow, not today. But today we do have Fed member Bowman speaking and Fed member Mester speaking. So we got crude oil inventories at 7:30. We have Fed member Bowman speaking at 7:30 as well. And then we have Fed member Mester speaking at 9, as well as the 10-year bond auction at 10 o'clock. So 7:30, 9, and 10. Let me just put those on the chart here, just so that we're aware that there's news coming up today. I'm gonna color that red because, you know, obviously, you know, it's gonna be risky times to trade around that period. So 7:30, 9 and 10, that's what it's looking like. So that's what you guys gotta look out for. Mark it up over here as well. Let's see, 7:30. Nine and 10. Basically, whenever price gets near these areas, we probably want to chill out for a bit because the news is obviously going to likely affect the market one way or the other. 6:26 right now. We got about 4 minutes till market open. We've already analyzed the retail sentiment. It's currently short right now, so we're possibly going to be looking for buys today. We'll see where the bias is sitting. You can see there's liquidity sitting right here, guys. So if price comes below here, you can possibly expect price to drop a bit. There's liquidity there and there's liquidity up here too. This liquidity just hasn't really been set up yet. It's just this high has been established, so it's not very strong. But you know, something to look out for. Let me check the my FX book as well. Thanks for reminding me, Peter. I got this on my chart now, so I won't forget it. We do have wholesale inventories at, it looks like 7 o'clock as well. So we do have some news here. We have a lot of news actually. Yeah, there's actually a lot of news around the same time. So at 7 o'clock, we also have high impact news or medium impact news. So thanks for the update, Peter. I'll put that right there too at 7. Just to give us a little idea. Okay, so price hit the liquidity. You guys can see right here, I drew this liquidity. I said if price kind of pushes up right here, it'll push up, or pushes below here, it'll push down. Hit liquidity right here, pushed up slightly. And then there it is as it possibly comes back down. Market is going to open in about 2 minutes. So let's take a look shortly and see what happens then. But it did hit some liquidity there. This liquidity has been invalidated, pushed a little higher. And it's probably going to keep pushing. So we'll keep adjusting it as price moves along. All right, market's about to open shortly. Rick's inflation is real. Costco's maker mark jumped to $40. Man, for $20 to $40, huh? Let's see. I think that's it for right now. Looks like everybody's in the room now. Thanks, Randy. Randy also said the White House is talking about COVID-19 at 8. Man, there's a lot of news today. Okay, so we got to check to see if if there's like some COVID-19 stuff going on. I'm just gonna mark up all these times right here. Today might be a risky day to trade because there is a lot of news, a lot more than I was expecting. Hey, Steven, morning. Yeah, we'll be out of the market by 8 anyways, but we'll see if they start earlier. Morning, Christopher. All right, market is opening in about 30 seconds, guys. So basically all these red lines right here are upcoming news events that we're going to be looking out for. You can see that bullish push right there. So looking over at the technicals, guys, it's obviously bullish. It's bullish on the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and 10 minute over here. So we'll probably be looking for a possible buy today, but we'll see. Market is now open. You can see prices dropping down below over here. Just like as I mentioned earlier, if it hits liquidity there, it's going to keep pushing. And there it hit liquidity right here. So it's probably going to keep pushing a bit lower. Steven, there's no breakout here yet. If you get a sell signal and it's a strong red candle, then this would technically be the breakout. But even if I was to get a sell signal here, I wouldn't take it because this is just too big of a drop. You probably want to wait for it to retrace a little bit. So we do have the sell signal right there pending. We'll see if this closes. If it does close, this would technically be your breakout. I'm not going to chase this though. It's way too big of a candle. So much liquidity down here. You can see all the lines that I drew. Whenever price reaches these areas, if it breaks through this area, it's probably going to keep dropping even further. Hasn't broken through it yet, but it's touched it. So as you guys can see right here, there is no sell signal yet. It's pending. So this right here would technically be your breakout, Steven. It's a bit subjective because the wick there is sort of big. It's not huge, but it is kind of big. But yeah, this would be your breakout because you have the sell signal there. It's a bit of a strong candle. It's not very strong, but it is a bit strong. So this would technically be your breakout. However, if you're in this position now, Steven, I do recommend you move your stop loss in profit because you're probably going to see some erratic movement right now. I think this is all, well, to me, this just looks like straight manipulation to me. Because the entire stock indexes were all green this morning. So it's still very green. Let me just refresh again one more time. Why isn't it updating? There we go. All right, so let me refresh this right here. It's currently up 239 points. So it should not be dropping like that. The entire stock index is all green. There's only one red stock, so there's no reason for it to be dropping like that. That's clear manipulation right there. So it's straight up manipulation. Obviously, you can see. Hopefully, if you were in that position, Steven, you probably moved your stop loss in profit and got kicked out in profit. But yeah, I mean, looking over here, this doesn't make any sense for this big drop. This is obviously some straight up manipulation where it just hit liquidity and drop. Because looking at the stock index right here, this is the Dow 30 index. These are the stocks that are within US 30. None of them are green. There's one stock that's not even, I mean, it's not even green. I mean, it's not even red. It's like red by 1 point. So this like literally makes no sense. This should be a red flag for a lot of you guys here if you guys are looking to trade today. Because the stock index is up 247 points, and here you can see it recovering back up, right? So I'm gonna take this off right here. you guys can see that it's starting to come right back up because it's not supposed to drop like that. It's a random drop. There you go. It comes back up where it's supposed to go. The market was obviously manipulated on open. I'm going to wait for a bit for it to smoothen out and choose its direction because it just doesn't make any sense for it to be dropping like that. But you can see where price came down. So I'm just going to show you guys what I was mentioning before. These liquidity areas are really important because when you see price break liquidity right here, it drops to the next area right here and the spike below it, then it shot right back up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the market today. It's just, this is like, I've never seen it like this. Like I've never seen such a clear display of manipulation because this was all green and this was up like almost 300 points and it still dropped how many pips? This thing dropped. This is open right here. It dropped about 700, over 700 pips with obviously nothing there indicating that it should be coming down. Like the entire stock index is all green right now. Yeah, I don't know. It's just super super crazy how that thing dumped like that. And it's still dumping. So this is I would be careful, guys. I would just sit out the market for a bit. Let the market stabilize because it shouldn't be dropping like this. I do think this is going to be a fake out. People will probably chase this sell here because I'm pretty sure a lot of people aren't actually looking at the fundamentals here. So the people who are just trading off the chart are just following these movements here, and they're probably chasing this drop. However, it's going to come back up because looking at the stock index over here, it just doesn't make any sense for it to be dropping like that. It's actually higher right here. There's 3 stocks that are red, but they're not even very red, or actually only 2. So I wouldn't take any sells, guys. Price is probably going to come right back up. Just be careful with these entries here if you guys are looking to take anything. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw some lines at, let's see. So I'll draw a line here for the low. I'll draw a line here for the high. I'll also draw a line here for opening price. All right, that blue line right there is opening price. Do the same thing here with a clean chart. Got the high there. Got the low right there. Opening price. All right, so I do see price coming back up eventually. The fundamentals are just too strong. Fundamentals are up 247 points, super bullish. Retail sentiment is currently 57% short. Retail sentiment's not that strong, but still we're looking for buys here. Yeah, what a crazy drop right there. So let's see over here. Christopher said possible 5-minute V3 setting up. Yes. So possibly right here, possible V3, or there can't be a signal right there though. If it doesn't, there's no signal that, or no, actually there's not, Christopher, because there's no pending buy there. There's a buy signal right here. There needs to be a pending buy in order for there to be an entry. So no entry off this for a V3. Yeah, we would need this. We would need a sell signal somewhere over here, and then we catch the buy, or we catch the ride up with pending momentum in that direction. So no entry off that. Man, what a crazy market today. I don't know if this makes any sense to anybody else. Why the market dropped like that. But I don't see any news here for anything specifically. I mean, it said right here that the Dow is up. I mean, usually when CNBC reports something, the market does the opposite, but something as obvious as that, I mean, that's crazy that it dropped like that. Steven, you shouldn't be in a sell right now. Did you listen to my whole analysis for this? I mean, if you're still in the sell, it's fine, but you should try to get out of it as soon as possible. Like if it goes back into profit, you're probably in profit now because it's pushing back below. You should move your stop loss in profit. So now as it pushes lower over here, move your stop loss in profit. Okay, you should be in profit now, Steven. So if you're in profit, make sure to move your stop loss in profit to be safe, because I don't think this is going to drop forever. This is probably going to swing right back up or just pull out. Yeah, because you shouldn't be in a sell right now, Steven. Everything's pointing towards a buy. Fundamentals are very bullish right here. The stock index is completely green. Price is going to come back up. So Steven, you gotta be smart with your trades here. You can't be holding on to a sell when everything's pointing towards a buy. All right, Steven, hopefully you pulled out. You had a lot of opportunity here to pull out. It's been in profit. Let's see, this candle, this candle, this candle, this candle, this candle. You had about like 6 opportunities here to pull out in profit. So if you didn't pull out, Steven, I mean, this is on you. You got to be careful with this move here. It's probably going to keep bouncing around this area, but eventually I do see it swinging all the way back up, because everything here is pointing towards a buy. It's really unusual market movement today for it to be dropping like that. Let's see. So what to watch? Wall Street looks steady after an uncommon quiet start to the week. Let's see if there's anything else over here. I think this was old news. It's from yesterday. Yeah, we'll follow along and we'll see where it's at. Yeah, Charlie, I saw that too. Usually it does the opposite when they report something, but something like this big of a drop is like really unusual. And for it to continue dropping like this is super unusual too, because usually it recovers by now, especially if everything's green, right? Like, because everything here is still pretty green. The Dow is up 234 points, S&P is up 49 points, Nasdaq's up 197 points. Everything's pretty much bullish for the US indexes. Looking at the fundamentals right here, still up 215. Looking over here at the stock index, it's still pretty. I mean, there's like one stock that's red, which is Amgen. Other than that, everything's pretty much super green over here. But you can see that the market is kind of just bouncing around. Yeah, I just realized there was a V3 right here. I know it's below the pivots, but it was a V3 right there. That would have hit full TP, it looks like. Yeah, so it was still below the pivots, but that was a V3 earlier right there. That would have hit TP. It would have been straight to TP for a buy. But, obviously I wouldn't have taken that because of what was going on with the price over here. I'll be looking for another V3, but we'll follow along. Yeah, Kips and manipulation and a little over extended. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. So we'll see if there's any entries that come up to the upside. Oh yeah, you're right. No, sorry. That was my mistake too. Professor, that was a green candle. I was getting mixed up with this one right here. I thought this was a candle that was down there. But it was a green candle. So this wasn't a V3 right here. Kind of looked like one, but market's super choppy, so it's kind of hard to see with all these wicks. Typically, there's not this many wicks, like especially on open. It's usually directional to the bottom, directional to the top. But today it's such a unusual movement in price with regard to market. Here's a clean chart right here. As you guys can see, there's not really any clear direction. Price is now pushing right back up. There we go, as it pushes right back up. There isn't any entry here, unfortunately. Hopefully, I was hoping there was going to be some sort of variation, but as you guys can see how crazy the market is moving this morning, you definitely want to be a bit careful. So there we see as it starts to swing back up, as it drops back below, this is okay because this will create another high right there. Maybe we can try to catch a possible, oh, it's going to break it. Yeah. I was thinking maybe a triple confluence or a high-low entry, but price is not really moving that smoothly. You can see right here, price is now pushing up to the opening price. This blue line right here is the opening price. One of two things will happen. Price will either bounce off it or it'll break through it and continue pushing up higher. You can see right there, it bounced right off it, right? So this blue line right here is opening price. This is why it's important that you guys pay attention to these certain price points, opening price, price when news happens, et cetera, stuff like that, because it does play a role. You can see how your price came up, rejected directly off it. Here you can see it better on the clean chart. It rejected right off the right off that point right there. All right, so not much going on yet. Price to reject off the, looks like it's coming back for a retest. So when it comes back for the retest here, my guess is that it's going to break through it. As I said, the market just wanted to do a W, right? So there you go. Price is breaking through it. When it comes for the retest, it usually breaks through it. So I do see it possibly breaking through it and pushing up higher. And that's exactly what's happening right there. This is why you guys want to be careful on the first push, because it usually rejects off it, then comes back up, and then it breaks right through it. So there you go, as it breaks right through it. There goes that bullish push that we were waiting for. I'm still not going to hop into this because the market is obviously kind of screwed up right now. But you can see that now the market is pushing where it's supposed to go. It's bullish all morning. They just basically faked out a bunch of people who like chased into the sell, and then they just, obviously swung all the way back up. Nice. Rick said, thank God catching this. Yeah, so it's playing out exactly how we anticipated, right? This is why I was telling you guys not to take any sells, because it was going to come back up eventually. It had to come back up. There's no way that would just keep dropping when the fundamentals are so strong for a buy. Let's see, Barack said, just thinking it'd be a profitable position if we'd enter at the sessions with tight stop loss and the probability of continuation. Yeah, no, I agree. That could have been something to take into consideration. I don't see where the sessions are though. Where's the sessions at? Am I missing it? Let's see. So the sessions is actually down here. Parag. This blue line here is not the sessions. This is the opening price for US market. The sessions are like way down here. This is the Asia high, New York high. Price has like been pushing up since London. So all the sessions are like way down here. They've already been broken a long time ago. So I think you might have gotten a little bit confused with the this blue line right here, which would be opening price, which if you're referring to the opening price, then yeah, that makes sense too. But the sessions are like way far off. That's how I was kind of confused, because I didn't know where it was. Here you can see price is still kind of bouncing around this area. All right, Steven, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm glad that you closed out without a loss, because if you held on to that sell right there, you can see it came right back up to where it was supposed to go. Yeah, well, this is a wacky market today. Let's see what happens here. Price might come back, retest this area again, and then it might just bounce off it. I do think it'll keep being bullish, but I don't know. With what's been going on this entire session today, honestly, anything could happen. Yeah, no, you're good, Brock. It looks like a sessions because of the blue line. I thought my sessions were just not working. Sometimes they lag out a bit. All right, so I'm looking for any type of buy entry here. If I could see a variation, if I could see a high low, triple confluence, I mean, anything really, there's not really much for me to take at the moment, but if I see something good, then, obviously try to hop into it. Nothing off any of these time frames over here, but everything is bullish. So the 10 minutes bullish, 5 minutes bullish, 3 minutes bullish, 1 minute's bullish. There just isn't any entries here. Possible entry here off the 10-minute. I'm not going to take it, obviously. It looks like a big move. I mean, it's not that huge. It's actually a lot smaller than I would have anticipated. There's a 10-minute push right here. It's still a big move, but it's not nothing too crazy. Still got a minute on this, so we'll check it in a little bit to see where it closes. As I said, now it'll do an M. The market is scary today. I agree. Patricia said price is moving crazy for 10-minute for me. Yeah, it is moving kind of crazy. Yeah, also Maddie said there's no pending buy signal for the 10. So I wouldn't take this here because it's not, it doesn't fit all the requirements. Barack's asking about US 2000. What's US 2000? Are you talking about the Russell 2K? You might be talking about the Russell 2K. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was like, I've never seen it. It's right here, the Russell 2K. I've never seen it. Identified as US 2000. But yeah, you must be talking about the Russell 2K. I don't trade the Russell 2K. I've never traded it before, so I'm not sure how it moves. But it's similar to other indices. So no entry off this, guys. There was no pending buy here, fortunately. Here we go. As price starts to swing back down. And there's also news coming up right here in about 10 minutes as well. Thanks, Joshua. Dejan said, I'm glad no trades popped up because I was doing an exam. Yeah, I mean, you missed out on the crazy market movement this morning, Dejan. And also Steven holding on to that crazy sell earlier. I was like, bro, yeah. I was like, you gotta get out of that trade. I'm glad Steven pulled out because if he didn't, he would have gotten stopped out pretty badly. Because this thing shot all the way back up, just like we anticipated. Everyone said it's all DeJohn's fault. We had no trades. Time to kick him out. So as you guys see right here, this is what I marked up earlier. You can see that the candle came down, bounced off the opening price, and then here we go with the second test. With the second test right here, it's going to break through just like it did earlier. So it tested once here, came back for retest, broke. Came for a first test here, rejected, then came back for a second test, then broke. It's the same pattern every time, guys. This is why you guys shouldn't enter right away. You should wait for the confirmation before you guys enter it because, odds are it's probably going to bounce off it. The second time is when it'll probably break through it because it gives you a better confirmation. I know it sucks because you're kind of waiting a little longer than you expect, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So, but I'm still looking for a buy here, guys. Looking at the fundamentals here, they're still bullish. So I'm definitely not looking for any sells here. Looking here at the stock index, it's the same thing. There's like two stocks that are red, but they're not even that strong for red. They're mostly all green here. Pretty much all these green stocks here could overpower those two or three stocks. So I do see price pushing right back up. It's just going to be a matter of time. It feels like the market is just playing with people right now. It's playing with a lot of retail traders who are just not sure what's going on. We kind of know what's going on because we're looking at the fundamentals. A lot of people don't look at the fundamentals here, so they don't really know where price is really supposed to go. The fundamentals are always going to overpower technicals, right? The technicals are short term, but the fundamentals are where price is going to go, eventually. It might not happen right now, but it might happen in an hour or two or three or by the end of the day. Because it just shows where, like, these are the stocks that are within the index. So if these stocks are all green, it makes no sense for it to be dropping here on the chart unless there's something going on, like there's COVID news or there's war news, or I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that can be going on. Let me see if there's anything on YouTube. I don't know, is Biden speaking? That could be one thing. Okay, so there's like a couple of things. There's like one thing that I can see right here that's going on. It says, or it hasn't started yet. It's going to start at 7. At 7 today, in about a few minutes, in about 6 minutes, Senate Agriculture, Nutrition, Forestry Committee examines digital assets, which I'm assuming digital assets are like cryptocurrency. I don't think there's anything with Biden today. The WHO Accelerator Advocacy Campaign. So there's some COVID news, it looks like, going on today. Let me see if there's any other, I don't know, Biden speaking today, Biden live. So he's not speaking today. I don't know, let's see. Yeah, not really much going on. I mean, aside from the WHO launching, well, the WHO's dealing with COVID stuff. So I guess there's COVID news right now.
Mobilize political leaders to see that global responsibility. They both have.
I don't know if this is necessarily affecting the market, but the market is still kind of dumping right here. Right, Brock? I know, no idea. Yeah, so no V3 off there. I know some of you guys are looking for a possible V3 right there. Unfortunately, this candle right here closed below it. So if this candle here closes red, then there would be possible V3 coming up, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, nothing there. Let's clean this up a little bit. Man, these are probably the worst market conditions I've seen for this year so far. I've never seen, well, I've seen it before, crazy, but there's usually a catalyst. The only time I've seen the market move kind of crazy like this is whenever Biden's speaking, whenever Yellen's speaking, whenever there's COVID news, whenever there's, if there's anything that's really like highly impacting the market, right? That's when I see stuff like this happen. But this morning, there wasn't really much going on. And, you know, the market is obviously not moving smoothly at all. And one thing that you guys can tell right here is all these wicks. So this is one identifier that the market isn't really moving smoothly. Generally, there shouldn't be this many wicks or like these kind of candles. It's okay to have wicks and price pushing the direction. But right here, there's like no direction. Price just keeps going back and forth. Like, for example, if you have a lot of wicks right here, right, this is normal because they're not huge candles. You have a lot of wicks, but price is moving directional. This over here, these wicks are like big enough to be a candle on its own. Like this wick right here. It's like a 220 pip move. Let's see, Rick said half hour in less than 100 points from top to bottom. Yeah, no, exactly. The thing is, volatility isn't even that crazy either. It's yeah, it's moved less than 1,000 pips or a half hour into the market. Usually it's moved like more than that, but it's just so the volatility is not high. There's a lot of movement, a lot of back and forth movement. So let's go to the clean chart over here real quick. This is a bit easier to see how things are moving. So as you can see right here, this is the range for the day so far. Big range back and forth. I'll delete this right now because price broke below it. Yeah, not really much here to really look at it all. Let's see, Essa said the chart and my brain, alphabetical letters forming in my head It's like clouds only to make the time pass faster. Yeah. Well, we have news coming up at 7 anyways. So hopefully when the news happens right here at 7, it'll push price one way or the other. So hopefully when news happens right here, it'll either push it up or it'll push it down. Once it does that, we can, start looking for something here, possible V3 right here on the 1 minute, but there is news coming up shortly. So I don't think I'm going to be taking it, guys. Just FYI, the news is going to affect the market, of course. I mean, I'll mark it up for you guys, but I don't think I'm going to take that risk. It's just too risky. So it's going to close in about 20 seconds. Let me see what news is it. We have final wholesale inventories. So we got that coming up. It's light news here, but it's medium news here on my FX book. So might be a little risky. All right, so here's the entry right here for that V3. I'm not going to take it because there's news coming up, but this is the entry for the V3. It's quite a bit of a push to the upside too. What I might do is I'll just, if it pushes up higher, no, the news is going to happen right now. So news is coming up right now in about a minute. I'm not going to take it. It's already 6:59. I was thinking about maybe catching the last move up here, last like 100 pips, but nah, it's too risky. I'm not going to FOMO into this trade. Not today. I've been burned too many times trying to take trades during news, so I'm definitely not going to take it. There you go. See, as price comes back down, I'm super glad that I didn't take that trade there because the news about to be released. It's just too risky of a move there. Yeah, I'm pretty relieved that I didn't take it. I know it's probably going to come back up and hit, but I'm glad I didn't hop into it because I would have been stressed out right now if it pulled back into the negative like that. Yeah, and the news was negative too. So I got to be smart about it, guys. The past couple of weeks, I've been making a lot of mistakes. I've been trading during news. I've been trading when not all the requirements are met because we just get too excited, when the trade comes because we're waiting for this trade all day. And yeah, the news was negative here. It looks like, yeah, negative news as well. So I'm not going to FOMO into these trades. I made too many mistakes in the past month or so, FOMOing into trades or taking trades without fully confirming all the requirements. It's just not worth the risk. We'll follow it though. If it hits TP, great. Because I know some of you guys probably did take it, but I'm not going to hop into it. Maybe if it pushes back up. So for example, here, if it pushes back up and it gets to this area, then I'll catch the last push of it. But I'm not going to enter it down here. It's just too risky. Let me see. Yeah, so price is already above news time. News happened right here. So this would have been where the news happened. It's pretty much back at where it was prior to news. Yeah, Esther said, but glad luck was on your side most of the time. Let it slide. Maria said possible V2 on the 5 minute. Let me check. Let's see, this is the 5 minute right here. I don't see any V2 right here, Maria. Well, which candle are you referring to, Maria? I can take a look at it if you can let me know, because I don't see anything here. Here's a high. You would need a strong red candle. There's no strong red candle here, and then vice versa. If you wanted to buy, you need a strong green candle right here. Oh, that's weird. Are you on currency.com for your data, Maria? This is the data that I use. I think this is the most accurate, so I'd recommend using currency.com. You might be using different data. Oh, you're on. Yeah, I don't think Robo Forex has good data. Someone has referred to that before. I'm pretty sure you're looking at MT4, right? Yeah, I wouldn't use that data to chart because I don't think it's as accurate. You probably have gaps in your data for that. I know currency.com has like one of the more accurate data. So that's what I use for trading view. All right, so price is pushing up a little bit right here, guys. It's not a smooth move up, but it is pushing up a little bit. I'm still not in this position. I'm looking for one to possibly enter maybe a little bit later. But there is news coming up again shortly. So if we do get an entry, I need to get that entry pretty quickly because we don't really have much time here until the next news event here at 7:30. This news event is actually medium news, so it's going to be a bit more high impact. Crude oil inventories right there, and then yeah, I think that's it. It's actually a lot of news coming up at 7:30. It's a lot of different oil news. All right, so what I'm looking for here is possibly a, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We might be, if it doesn't break this right here, we can probably get, if there's no buy signal there. So I'm looking for no buy signal and not for it to break above here. If there's no buy signal and it doesn't break, this could be a triple confluence. So let's hope that there's no buy signal there. Because we need this to establish. There needs to be 5 candles. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be the 5th candle right here. We need to make sure there's no buy signal and it doesn't break this high right here. So let's hope that it doesn't break the high. We got about 13 seconds. So you can probably catch this for a triple confluence, hopefully. I know we haven't done this for a while, but oh, man, it came up with the invalid buy. That's so trash. All right, so no entry off that, man. I was really hoping there's not going to be a buy signal. Stupid, like invalid buy right there. And the market's playing with this because I was waiting for it. So like, for example, right here, if this closes above here, then this would have been a triple confluence because we would have a intraday entry. It would be a pivot scalp entry and it would be a high-low entry. But it was invalid. So the market literally just played with us right there. It was an invalid buy signal. And you can see right here, this candle is probably going to break above it and close. And Tom said, market maker the jet. D said, trade god said, LOJK. That would have been nice though if it closed above there. So unfortunately, no entry off that, guys. That would have been good because we haven't had a triple confluence, or at least not one that we've followed in a while now. And it looks like, I mean, it still hits almost every time. So what I'm looking for here now is I'm looking for a possible sell signal. We need a sell signal, and then we need it to push back up above here with a buy signal. If we can get that, we'll get a triple confluence, and then it'll be pretty nice entry that we can possibly catch. I'm trying to see if there's any triple confluences that came up over here possibly that I can see. It's been a while because the market hasn't really been moving super directional. Kind of just bounces around. But yeah, okay, we'll keep looking for it here. All right, so we might get another V3 right here actually, which could be good too, or not. This candle here needs to close red in order for us to get a V3. Yeah, that sucks. I thought I was going to close red, but it didn't. So no V3 off that. And it broke the high. So no triple confluence, no V3, no V1, no V2, no V nothing. I mean, there's nothing here right now. And that would have been a good entry right there too. So if this would have closed above here, which it's going to, it looks like. I was tempted to catch the last move here. I didn't. Unfortunately, I should have just FOMO'd into that one, but it's okay. So there you go. Full TP off the V3 right here for whoever caught it. I know it was a risky V3, but as you guys can see, the strategy still works perfectly fine. It just depends on how risky you want to be with these entries here. So whoever caught the V3 there, great work. If you guys caught the last 100 pips, which is what I was trying to do, I missed it, but if you guys did do what I try to do when I FOMO into trades, that would have hit too. Again, right here, unfortunately, we didn't have the triple confluence. If we had, this is a high-low entry. It's not a triple confluence, but it is a high-low entry. It would have hit full TP too. Fuck, man. All these entries here would have hit TP. So kind of bummed, not really bummed out, but kind of whack because there's a lot of entries here that hit. So the V3 hit, the high-low entry hit. We were waiting for a triple confluence. Triple confluence, I would have taken it, but the high-low here would have hit on its own. And then again, the last 100 pips of the V3 over here would have hit too. So, I mean, there was a couple of different opportunities there that, could have been taken, that could have shot through. But unfortunately, nothing here. We weren't able to catch any of them. But yeah, it's all right. Today is a risky day. I'm not looking to take anything dumb or anything risky. So I'm fine with waiting for another entry. Yeah, Randy said risky though. Nick said it's moving weird for sure. Yeah, no, definitely, I agree. Joshua said we got a couple of V nothings. LOL. Yeah, I know, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I'm glad to see that the trades there did hit. A couple of people did take those risky trades there. Kenny took the risky trade there for a buy. He made 183. Nice work, Kenny. Maddie over here, he took the buys there as well, locked in 3,560. Nice work, Maddie. Yeah, you guys did pretty solid for the most part. Adam over here, he took the buy as well. Looks like he locked in 3,123. Nice work, Adam. Jay over here as well. Or no, oh, so you took the buy over there after when it swung up. Nice work, Jay. Yeah, you caught the swing right back up. Steven over here, he made a small profit off the breakout. So he was in that sell earlier. He pulled out for 22 bucks, which is not bad. Still made profit off it, Steven. I'll come back and answer your question later after the live session. Other than that, Jason over here too. Jason took the sell earlier and he took a buy, locked in 305 for the day. So I know the profits aren't as huge as they normally are today, guys. Market is kind of crazy, but I'm still glad to see a lot of you guys here locking in some profits. Even though, the market conditions are pretty wild right now. Going over to the fundamentals again real quick, everything is still bullish. The Dow is almost up 300 points, S&P's up, NASDAQ's up, Russell 2K's up, everything's up. Yeah, so an hour ago, Fed member Bostic, that's what he said. Fed's Bostic says more than 3 hikes possible this year, but needs to see how the economy responds. Okay, so maybe this is what caused the spike down or caused some sort of a spike down. Because usually when interest rates get spiked up, or if they indicate that the interest rates are going to go up, the stock market goes down because people are holding on to cash. So that might have been what caused these weird spikes today. The news came out about 8:16, so that's about about an hour ago. So that sounds about right. Around 6 o'clock, this news came out indicating that interest rates are probably going to have about 3 possible hikes this year. And that's about the time when price started dropping. Around 6:30 when the market opened. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that necessarily caused it to drop, if that was the catalyst. It seems like it was. But that's something to possibly keep in mind. So maybe now we have a reason why prices are moving kind of weird today. This does make sense though. It's the only thing I can find that could cause price to really move all weird like this. Let me clean this up. I don't even know what's going on with the chart now. Charts all over the place. All right. Oh, nice. You guys caught that sell right there too. Yeah, so looks like some of you guys caught this V3 over here. I know this V3 doesn't go with the bias, but looks like some of you guys are taking the trades in both directions because the market is moving kind of weird. It is really risky. I personally wouldn't take it, but I'm glad to see some of you guys take this trade here and still get some profit off it. Yeah, I'm waiting for this V3 buy to come up right here. Hopefully comes up. No, it's not going to be a V3 because it's a green candle. Let's see. Yeah, we also need a red signal before we can cash this for a buy. So I need a red signal to come up somewhere over here, and then we can possibly catch it on its way back up. So there's nothing here off the 3-minute, nothing here off the 5-minute, nothing here off the 10-minute either. There's nothing on any of these time frames. I mean, we can see if there's any snipes around here. See, no snipes because the zones are so far away. So closest zone is down here. No snipe off that. If you guys took the daily entry yesterday, hit full TP. Let's see. There's no daily today. So the dailies have been hitting full TP pretty much every day. For the people who are taking it, I haven't taken it, but as you guys can see, full TP right here and full TP right here. So on Tuesday, full TP for the daily entry, 1,500 pips. And then again, right here on Monday, full TP right here as well, 1,500 pips. I didn't take any of those trades, so obviously they're not going to be counted. The trades that are counted are only the ones that I take here on the live. I'm just showing you guys that they've been hitting pretty much all week. All right, so we need a sell signal here before we can catch this move, but there just isn't anything for us to take at the moment. We need to get a sell signal up in here so that we can catch the buy. I'm only looking for buys here, guys, so that's the reason why I'm not looking to take anything the opposite direction, even though the trades are hitting. So for example, right here, this one right here was a V3 for a sell. You have a high there with the green candle, red candle following it, pending sell. This would have been a full TP. I didn't take it, but you know, if you're taking the riskier trades here, it would have hit right down there. Still looking for some buys here. Reason why I'm looking for buys is because that's our bias for the day. Retail sentiment over here is 58% short, meaning that retail traders are on the short side, 58% of them. So we want to trade opposite of the majority. With them trading short, we want to go long. Using fundamentals as confluence, fundamentals are currently bullish. So with it being bullish like this, it's up nearly 300 points. We're definitely looking for some buys. For that last confirmation right here, looking over at the stock index, the stock index is completely green. So it makes no sense to take any sells right now. If price does come down, that's obviously going to be some form of manipulation because there's no reason for price to be coming down like it did this morning. It should be going up, especially with everything pointing towards the upside. So I'm just waiting for it to come back up and we'll see where it goes from there. Kenny sent me some news. Let's see. All right, so Pelosi is speaking right now. Thanks, Kenny. Kenny lock in some profit right here too, lock in 284. Nice work, Kenny. So thanks for the update right here. It looks like Nancy Pelosi is speaking. She's going to speak at 7:45, so that's in about 30 minutes or 27 minutes. So thanks, guys. Pelosi is going to man, there's a lot of hidden stuff that's going on in the background today. Yeah, thanks Kenny for that update. Rick said Pelosi is the only person on the planet that can outdrink me, right? Um, yeah, there's a lot of people talking today. Congress moves towards banning members from trading stocks. All right, so Pelosi's not going to be able to trade anymore. After years of resistance, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has been green-lighted a plan to ban members of Congress from trading stock. All right, so that's probably why she's going to be speaking, because they're going to be talking about banning Congress members from trading stocks. All right, so that makes sense. That's probably what's going on. There's also, okay, so check this out. There's another Omicron variant. So this was updated 2 hours ago. It says, who says new Omicron BA.2 subvariant will rise globally, but scientists don't know if it can reinfect people. So I don't know if this affected the market too. I mean, there's actually a lot of stuff going on today. I didn't realize there was so much stuff going on over here. There's COVID news. Congress is going to ban members from trading stocks. Pelosi's going to be speaking about 20 minutes. There's like a lot of other stuff here that's kind of like affecting the market. And that might be a couple of things that's causing the market to move kind of weird today. Because I've never seen the market move like this, where it's not really moving at all, or not moving directional, and the fundamentals are so strong, you know, in one direction. Oh, I know, Patricia. Yeah, she made all of that money off that stuff. So people are getting banned off the stuff. Let's see. Yeah, Patricia says she made billions in Pfizer. Yeah, no, I agree. It's crazy, right? All right, so this low just got pushed down a little lower. Man, this market is so whack today. All right, so not really much going on here. I'm going to delete this line there. Just trying to clean up the chart a little bit. It's still pretty messy, but not really much for us to do at this point. Let's see if there's any other news here. No, nothing right now. All right, so let me just check this real quick. Let me scroll up and see what else I'm missing. Oh, thanks, Joshua. Yeah, Joshua said the variant news came out last night in the Wall Street Journal. So that's probably what maybe caused price to drop a little bit. Exactly, John. I agree. Nick said 2 invalids in a row and I'm out. Yeah. So not really anything good here. So let's see. V3. Let me go over here to the 3-minute. So yes, there's a pending V3 here on the 3-minute. That is correct. We got about a minute left on this here. The range here is kind of tight, but we'll see. Yeah, so we'll see where it closes. Talanji said, yeah, after Trap Tuesday, it's now Wacky Wednesdays. I'm taking it easy today. And there's also news coming up in about 8 minutes. Thanks, Alan and Patricia, for the update. Yeah, there's news coming up shortly, guys. So even if we were to get that 3-minute there, I don't think I would take it because the news is going to come just like I did earlier, making it super risky. And it doesn't look like we're going to get it anyways because prices dropped through the floor right there. Yeah, it's not worth it. I mean, there's nothing on any of these right here. Tommy said would have been a good day to sleep in. I know, right? Yeah, I mean, the market today is just not there. Pelosi's going to speak in 20 minutes. We got news coming up in about 7 minutes. We got crude oil inventories. We got nothing here on the 3. We got nothing here on the 1. We got nothing here on the 5. Yeah, I mean, Patricia said market sucks all week so far. Yeah, no, I agree. It's been pretty trash. I only took one trade, I think, on. Yeah, I took one trade yesterday. I don't even know if I took trades on Monday. I can't remember if I took anything on Monday. Yeah, actually, I didn't take any trades on Monday. Or no, we did. We took one trade on Monday, and we took one trade yesterday. That's about it. One trade, 2 trades this whole week because the market has been super, all over the place. Yeah, D said it's so weird how everything is green. Yeah, no, I agree 100%. D. The fundamentals are still very green. Like refreshing this right here. The Dow is up 256 points. S&P is up 46. Like this doesn't normally happen where they're all like green like this, like, and they're high in the green. The Dow is up, S&P is up, Nasdaq's up, and the Russell 2K is up. Usually the Russell 2K doesn't pull up like everything else, but everything is super green. Possible 3-minute here if it closes, but the news is coming up in a bit, so I wouldn't be taking it. Never mind. Look at that big dump right there. It was green and then just dumped, heavy drop right there in like the last few seconds. Let's see. Essa said, if I was still doing my old way of trading today, I would have burned my accounts. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry, guys. It's just too possible 5-minute right here, guys, but the news is coming up in about 5 minutes, so I wouldn't even take it. When this candle closes, that's when news comes out. So yeah, possible entry here off the 5-minute, but news comes up at 7:30, so I wouldn't be taking it. There's actually a lot of news coming up. So as you can see right here, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 news events coming out, 2 medium, the rest low, at about 7:30. So I'm not going to take it. It's too risky. It's like 9 news events right there. Maybe I'll enter late, but I'm going to wait. Going to the 1-minute over here. Oh, I didn't even see that. There was a 1-minute entry right here, but the news is coming up shortly, so it's still super risky to take. Maybe I could catch the last, 100 pips at the end. It's just, it throws me off because news is coming up so shortly that I don't want to take anything too risky, which is, I think that's on everyone's mind. Yeah, Maddie said he took it, but he pulled out. He only pulled about 100 pips, which was probably a smart idea to, because the news is coming up. I'm not going to mess with it. And it's also at opening price. So it's at opening price right here. It can bounce off it. Also, we have news coming up in about 3 minutes. So I wouldn't be messing with it right now. You guys can see the red line right here. So hopefully this helps you guys see where news is at. This red line right here is indicating that we have news. It's about 9 news events coming up. So we got 9 news events right here in 2 minutes, all US news. Yeah, I'm not messing with that. Nice, Brock got out in blues. I made 990. So nice work off that, Brock. Nice work, Maddie, too. You know, I'm gonna wait and see where price moves after, because it's just too close to news. Sorry guys. It's too close to news. Yeah, Maddie said last thing you want to do is get caught in a nasty spike. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm definitely not gonna be nice. Looks like a lot of you guys actually took it. Jason took it, he made 379. Maddie took it, Brock took it, a couple of you guys took it. But I'm glad all of you guys pulled out in profit, because you can see prices now coming right back down to the negative. Yeah, exactly. Sisu said you could find yourself in a whipsaw with the wrong entry. I agree. Yeah, D said we got to see how it reacts since there's so many different news events and info can be coming out. Yeah, no, I agree 100% with you too, D. So we'll see what happens after the news event happens, and then maybe we'll hop in for a late entry. Maybe I'll hop in for the last 100 pips like I was going to earlier, or maybe I'll just wait. Essa said, and here is Sean Yan, the biggest indicator to stay off the market, right? Yeah, no, you're definitely right with that. It's that usually gives me the hint that market's probably not a good time to trade. All right, so Mark, the news is going to come out in about 30 seconds, guys. You can see this red line right here. It's getting close to it. This is why I'm kind of glad I didn't enter this trade. If it swings back up, then great. Maybe I'll catch that last push to the upside, but I'm not going to be in it right away. Kim said today was my sorry. Kim said today was my last day to get my account back into the green for a retry, and I nailed it from being 8,000 down messing with crypto. Yeah, I feel like that's everyone's problem. It's a win for me and I'm out. So from now on, New York only, and see you tomorrow. Yeah, definitely, Kim. So we'll see you tomorrow. And that's probably a smart move. I know crypto is a gamble. A lot of people, I've seen some people get really close to passing, and then they try to make a few profits off crypto and they lose it all. So yeah, that's probably the smart move, Kim. So we'll see you tomorrow. Just wait for your account to reset, and then you can get back on it for tomorrow for the retry. Nick said Wick City. Brock says strategy is lit even with news, though risky. Yeah, no, I agree, Brock, 100%. Positive news, guys. So we'll see if price goes up, which it probably will. Let's see. I'll put a dotted line here just to show you guys where price was when news happened. So news happened right here. And we'll just color that. Yeah, we'll color that pink. So this pink line right here is where news happened, where price was when news happened. We'll see how price reacts to news. I wouldn't hop in just yet because you might get a false reaction where price goes up, price comes back down, then goes back up. I'm gonna see if I can catch maybe the last push of this V3. If it gets up to this area, I'm just gonna try to catch the last 100 pips and then pull out. Not something that I recommend people do, but if you guys know what I'm doing, you guys are already aware of this type of move here. The problem with it here is that it's getting close to the opening price again right here, where it can bounce off. So this is why I'm not going to enter just yet. I'm waiting for it to possibly be above it and see where it goes from there. But so guys, if I get into that trade, I'm going to be pulling out pretty quickly. I might not even go to full TP. I might just get in and pull out right away for a quick profit. So unless you guys know what you're doing, don't copy me, because this is a very risky way of trying to catch like the last move of this here. So let's see. Profit 690. I'm out. All right, so I made about 690 off that trade. I just caught, and I'm glad I pulled out because look, it came right back down. So I made about 690 off this trade right here. Probably could have held on to it to full TP, but I'm not trying to play with this market today. And I would have hit full TP anyway, so whatever. I made 690 off it. Should have made 1,000, but it is what it is. So if you guys know what I'm doing here, basically I'm just trying to catch the last push of this V3. So this V3 hit full TP right there for 330 pips. For you guys who caught it, great work. I'll give you guys a little update for who caught the move there. I pulled out halfway, so it pushed up right here as it started to pull back a little bit. I just pulled out. Could have made 1,000 off it, but I made 690, which I mean, can't complain about making 690 in a few seconds, right? So that was about 330 off that move there. I mean, it's all about being careful, right? You guys just got to be really careful about these moves here, because the thing with these are that the thing with these here are that you're not always going to get that nice push to the upside. Let me just take a little screenshot of my profit. I'm still looking for trades here at 733 right now, or 734, so we still have some time. But let me make sure all of my accounts executed. I don't know if all of them did. Let me go to my social trader tools real quick. Oh man, whatever. I'm kind of, it's all good. It only gave me a partial profit. I was kind of expecting it, but whatever. I was kind of hoping that it would give me the full profit, but there was slippage. So it actually only gave me 340 off that. I was expecting 690, but I guess it closed me out a little late. Whatever. Profit's profit. I'm just kind of glad that I made something today. I don't know. I kind of got a little FOMO because I wanted to make at least something, but you know, something's better than nothing. So, and the thing is, if I count all my accounts, because I have 4 accounts, I technically made that 1,000 that I was trying to aim for anyways. So let me give you guys a little update right here. 340 off my MFF, 340 off my other MFF, 390 off my copier, and then 390 off my main account. So here's a profit that I made off that. My MFF right here made 340. Again, right here, 340. My copier right here made 390. And then my other account right here, 390. So I still made like 1,200 for them all together, but it's all good. Locked in solid, some partial profits off that K2 V3 scalp. What a crappy trading day today. I mean, it's not a crappy trade. It's actually a good trading day because we made profit. We didn't have any losses. So it's all in all, it's a good trading day. Market is crappy. Trading day is great, but the market has been kind of crappy today. So it's all good. It happens. Let me just close this up real quick, and then I will look at everyone's profits so far for the day, because it looks like a lot of you guys here took that trade well as well and actually did pretty well off it. So great work, everybody. Off that there. All right, let me take a look over here first. Scrolling up real quick. So we got Jason over here locked in 472 for the day. Nice work, Jason. We got Patrick over here, 4,607. Nice work, Patrick. Kenny over here locked in 497. Great work, Kenny. Going down over here. Junior over here, he said Wacky Wednesday for show. So he locked in 837. Still a nice profit right there, Junior. So great work right there. Dejan over here locked in 850. Man, locked in those big boy profits today. More than me. Dejan said Asia, and then I just copied Sean. Patrick over here as well. Patrick locked in 5,600. Nice work, Patrick. He said crazy market, not going to get greedy and get that TP and run. Yeah, no, smart move there. Kenny again right here, 497. Nice work, Kenny. Yeah, Dejan's like, Sean after this V3 trade. What do you say?
And I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving here with something.
That's definitely me. If you guys didn't hear what he said, I'm leaving here with something. Basically with the, that 300 right there. Victor over here too. Nice work, Victor. Victor locked in 2,212. It looks like he took a couple of the trades here. One small loss there. It's all good. He made it right back with that last trade right there. So great work right there, Victor, with trusting the strategy and letting it run. I mean, you guys trust the strategy more than me sometimes. It's funny because, I'm the one who created it, but it's all good. I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here locking some solid profits. Jason over here again, 848, all wins, no losses for Jason. Great work. Andreas over here locked in 570. Nice work, Andreas. Jeff over here locked in a total of 870 for the day. Nice work, Jeff. Maddie over here, he said, made way more profit than I thought I would in this market. Might just take my profits and be done for the day. Yeah, definitely I would do that, Maddie. It's probably time for you to just take a break. He locked in 1,150 off this account. Nice work, Maddie. His second account locked in 1,971. Nice work off that, Maddie. His third account, he locked in 3,900. So you did a really good job today, Maddie. So I would just definitely call it a day if you don't have to trade, which I'm assuming you don't. Miles over here made 305. Nice work, Miles. Kenny over here, 497. So great work, everybody. Zildjian over here as well. Zildjian locked in 881. And then his other account, he locked in 1,108. So great work across the board amongst everyone here. I know we had a lot of risky trades here. I didn't really take any of them, only just this last one here. Charles here locked in 554. So great work, Charles. So everybody, great work amongst everyone here. Glad to see all you guys killing it. Jay here too. Jay said good day today. Locked in 2,397. All wins, no losses. Great work, Jay. So yeah, you guys did a pretty good job today. Glad to see everybody here killing it. If you guys have more profit to send in, feel free to send them in. I'll add them to the list to be posted at the end of the session today. But other than that, I don't really see much for us to take. Possible V3 again right here, guys, actually, or maybe not. I don't know. This market's kind of whack. So we got to see if it's too tight. So I don't know if I would take it. This V3 here is, if it does close, it's going to be less than 10 pips. It's too tight of a move. So I don't think I would take this here. Oh, no green momentum. Sorry. So no entry there. Thanks, Anton. So this is what makes K2, guys. Thanks everybody for giving me that little nudge there, because I totally forgot to see that there was a pending buy. So yeah, thanks guys for the little update there, because I would have taken that trade if you guys had given me the update. Yeah, so no entry off of that there, guys, because we need a pending buy signal. So yeah, big thanks to you guys. Even though it'll probably hit, I'd rather be safe than sorry right now. So I'm not gonna, I don't feel the need to really risk it. I'll take my 1,200 and run with it today. Also, something to keep in mind, Pelosi is going to be speaking in about 3 minutes. So get ready for that volatility pickup. Pelosi is speaking right now about 3 minutes. I don't know if we have any other news coming up shortly. We have news coming up a little later at 8. So we got news coming up at 8. We got Pelosi speaking. We got the Fed speaking at 8. We got a lot of stuff coming up actually at 8, guys. So we got Pelosi speaking at 7:45. We got the Fed speaking at 8. Or actually, Fed member Bowman is speaking right now. So Bowman is actually speaking right now at 7:30. So I'm probably going to be done for the day. We have Fed member Bowman speaking at 7:30. Pelosi speaking at 7:45. We got Fed member Mester speaking at 9. That's medium impact. We have the 10-year bond auction at 10 o'clock. We also have the WASDE report at 9 o'clock. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I'd probably just sit out the market. Glad we didn't take the trade there. That we would have been in some drawdown right now if we did take that one. Yeah, definitely Essa. So Essa said, yeah, that's the call. I'm out. See ya. So I'll see you tomorrow, Essa. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. I can answer whatever questions you guys have now. Otherwise, if you guys haven't watched the mentoring session yesterday, go and watch the mentoring session because a lot of stuff was covered during the mentoring session yesterday. We went over a lot of specific questions. We went over a lot of details. I went over some tax stuff with you guys too, some tax stuff that I use. So it might be really helpful for a lot of you guys here in the US if because tax season is around the corner, guys. So one thing, you know, this is not tax advice, but if you guys took challenges this year, if you have a CPA, you want to talk to your CPA because if you took challenges and lost and didn't make a lot of money, there's a possibility you can write that off your personal taxes. I know Rick, you talked to your CPA. I personally, right, if I was in your guys' position, I write them off my business taxes. But it looks like there might be some loopholes where you can write off your FTMO challenges, or you can write off your K2 subscription as well. So, you know, if you're subscribed to K2, you can you're basically getting this for free. You know, the indicators, the strategies, all that stuff, if you're running it through some sort of business or some sort of DBA or something like that. So what I would recommend, you know, tax season is around the corner, guys. If you guys have a business, your taxes are due this month, February. I got to do mine. Actually, let me check the calendar. I don't want to miss I missed it last year and I had to pay the fee. Business tax, let me see. When are my business taxes due? Business taxes are due this month. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, they're March. Okay. So they're due on March 15th, business tax. So if you guys have an LLC, S Corp, whatever, DBA, your business taxes are due on March 15th. Your personal taxes are due in April. Last year I did them all in April. I forgot to do my business taxes in March and I had to pay the fine. So just FYI, guys. And, you know, talk to your CPA. If you guys have a CPA, tell them what you're doing with FTMO. Tell them that FTMO pays you through a 1099. So you get self-employment through like the self-employment payment. Because you guys can probably write all this stuff off. You know, it's something that you guys want to look into. You can write off your K2 subscription because this is making you money, right? If you're paying for K2, you know, this is a vehicle to make you more money. So if you're running this as a business or, you know, as a hobby right now, you can talk to your CPA. There's ways around it to help you guys basically get K2 for free and get your challenges for free if you guys want to keep doing challenges. Pending V3 over here. Let me check real quick. Yeah, so pending V3 right here. I'll wait to see if this right here closes. It is a bit risky. It's kind of too close. I don't know if I would take this right here, Maddie, because the stop loss is like less than 10 pips. Yeah, I don't know if I would take the stop loss is way too tight. Dejan said, remember, you can go a good 5 years before they find you. And once you start making a lot more, Dejan, you get on the radar a lot faster. Ah, fuck, I missed the trade. It's okay. So yeah, it was the stop loss was too tight though, but it's okay. So it already hit TP. Yeah, and this market is crazy today. It's so volatile. Well, it's not super volatile, but it's spiking around. It's way too tight. It's like 7 pips. You might have gotten kicked out due to the spread. I'm not going to FOMO into this, obviously, but yeah, 746 right now. Tommy said all the trades we questioned still hit TP today. Wow. Yeah, no, it's just too tight though. D said I was waiting for the red signal to come, then an entry to follow. That's what it gives. Yeah, I know. It gives at the entry like at the last second, like literally at the last second. Because this thing right here, this candle was actually red, and then it came down, and then it came up, and it closed green. So, I mean, it is what it is. The market's kind of all over the place today. It's all right because it is Wednesday. So tomorrow, hopefully, the market will kind of smoothen out and choose its direction. One thing to keep in mind is that inflation news is coming out tomorrow, guys. So something you guys might want to be aware of. Inflation news coming out tomorrow, which will probably cause price to go one way or the other, which could be a good thing or could be a bad thing. But it's something to, you know, you should be aware of. because we do have, so tomorrow we have CPI news and core CPI, both inflation news. We have unemployment claims as well. Got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. So this is happening at 5:30. This will probably cause some spikes on market open tomorrow. And then we have the 30-year bond auction at 10. Also natural gas storage at 7:30 and mortgage delinquencies, which is tentative. Fahad said triple confluence setting up for a buy. He said no, because it didn't close above here. We needed the buy signal to close above here. So no entry off the triple confluence. I feel like the market's kind of playing with everyone today. It's going back and forth. There's no clear direction. It's kind of just, so here's a clean chart. You guys can see there's no direction, right? So this is the high right there. And there just there hasn't been any direction at all. Price just goes back and forth, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes back up. Not really too much here to work off. I think Pelosi's speaking now too, so I'm definitely not trading. Come on, Pelosi, let's get going. They're waiting for it to get to the podium, I guess. Also, the state agriculture, nutrition, and forestry are going to be talking about digital assets. And you're going to start seeing agriculture, nutrition, forestry, NFTs, something like that. I don't know what they're referring to because they're examining digital assets.
The marketplace, the institutions, the technologists would benefit from it too. So I do think customers would benefit greatly, as I've said before. Transparency would be brought into the marketplace, and individuals who wanted to allocate capital towards digital assets.
Oh, they are talking about
the safety and the comfort of knowing that these are regulated markets with the rule of law and enforcement authority behind it. So
all right, so this is obviously going to affect the markets because it looks like the Senate Agriculture, Nutrition, Forestry Committee are looking to invest in
excuse me, I hear you saying that you don't have the authority.
Cryptocurrency and stuff. We'll see. So, all right, Patricia, we'll see you tomorrow. Patricia's out for the day. Patrick said we need more fentanyl talk, right? Yeah, about the borders. We need more fentanyl talk about the borders from yesterday. Man, they're going on like all day. The fentanyl talk with the Republicans. They just kept blaming the Mexico, which is crazy. I don't know. But no, CT did send me a couple articles about that. It's kind of interesting what he found. Anton said maybe market is trying to be calm to protect Pelosi. Probably. She hasn't started talking yet. Fahad said, LOL. He said consumers want to know that digital assets are regulated. That's bull. They just want to somehow tax it. Yeah, because they're not regulated, right?
Given the nature of it vis-a-vis traditional markets, but these would be questions that I would certainly welcome the opportunity to talk to you about so that we could see a reduction, hopefully, in these cyber attacks and thefts, which unfortunately happen all too often. But we need to bring this technology and this market into a regulatory fold at a minimum to start reducing some of these risks that exist, and then take progressive steps forward to ensure that we're, if not ahead of the game, at least moving with the marketplace, which, as you know, moves very quickly.
So yeah, they're trying to regulate the crypto space, obviously. I mean, it's going to happen either way, guys. There's no stopping it. It's going to get regulated like at some point. So that's why I'm going to stick to US30. It's already regulated. So I just stick to what I know and what I'm good at. But yeah, I mean, as it continues to unfold, I think that's about it. So let me see if there's anything else over here. Next into my miners, better stay online. John said, plus I don't want to pay taxes on it. I mean, you'd have to pay taxes on it either way if you were to pull it out, unless you're going to keep it in a shoebox under your bed. But either way, even if you were to cash it out, it's impossible for you for it not to be traced because you got to send it to your bank account. I know, like, there's no place where you can just like, there's no place where you can just be like, oh, here's my Bitcoin, give me some cash, right? You got to transfer it to your bank. So either way, you're gonna it's gonna be traced one way or another, and it's gonna catch up to you. Just like you said, you know, you have 5 years until you get caught, and then at that point, Dejan's he's gonna be over in the Bermuda Islands or something. Nick said transfer to your homie's bank. Your homie's gonna get screwed. He's gonna have to pay taxes on it. Yeah, all right. So we got a question over here from Victor. Victor said, yo, can you answer now question? So drawing liquidity seems like I had way more lines than you. I was using all the high lows. So for me personally, Victor, when I trade in the morning, I only go until the start of the day. So no, you're fine, Victor. You're good. You're good with typing. So with these lines over here for the high lows, I only go back to, I mean, you technically could, if you want to go like back to like yesterday, because I know yesterday there was more high lows over here. But so for these liquidity areas, I only go up to midnight where the new day starts, which is right here. Because the thing is, since we're scalping, the market's it's gonna change, right? It's gonna change from day to day. If you're doing long-term trades, and yeah, of course you can have more liquidity areas with liquidity zones, whatever you want to call it. But for me personally, since I'm just scalping, I'm going from midnight my time, which is London open, up until New York, right? Because the thing is, with Asia, you get a lot of noise over here, so you don't really get any like solid liquidity areas. From London, you get a lot of volatility. So you get some good liquidity areas around here up until New York. So I'll go for like a 24-hour period from London open up until London close. And then the next day I'll reset it. But yeah, as Christopher said over here, when they're broken, you got to delete them because the liquidity has already been triggered from that point. So for example, right here, we had a high here, right? Price broke it. So this is no longer the high. The high is now getting pushed up to this point right here. And then same with these liquidity areas down here. One right there. When this gets broken, this gets deleted, new one gets created. But these right here are all pending. So as you can see, there's a lot of liquidity down here that hasn't been touched yet. So when price does make its way back down here, which it might happen today, might happen tomorrow, might happen next week. When price finally touches these areas, it's probably gonna drop lower from that point. And then when price drops lower, you just gotta delete them and then create new ones because you want to be up to date with where liquidity is sitting. Because the reason why we have these liquidity here is to indicate where stop losses are being placed, either stop losses or stop orders. Basically a bunch of pending orders because you guys have seen those stop loss hunts and that's usually where these stop losses are placed. So yeah, no, exactly, Victor. It's easy. It's just you just gotta stay active with it to know exactly where price is going. So yeah, no problem. Other than that, guys, I think that's it for today. If you guys have any other questions, you know, feel free to put your questions in the chat. It's about to be 8 right now. Pelosi's about to come on shortly. The Senate's still having their committee right now discussing cryptocurrency. You're probably going to see some weird movement for like crypto if they keep discussing regulating, you know, cryptos and stuff. There's actually a lot of stuff here going on with this crypto talk. So I think that's it for the day, guys. If you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to reach out through email. Let's see, we got a couple of the profits here. Let me just go over this real quick. We got Brock here, made $9.90 for the day. Nice work, Brock, off his first account. We got Rashida over here, locked in a total of $190 for the day. Not bad, pretty solid for the day. And then Brock on his second account made $7.90. So great work amongst everyone here. I know today was kind of a slow day. Kind of sucked for some people because not everyone made the best profits, but everyone here still did pretty solid overall. So Joshua over here too. Joshua locked in 409 for the day. So great profits amongst everyone here. If you guys have more profits, just send them in and I'll add them to the list. They'll be posted at the end of the session. And then we'll continue on with our session for tomorrow. So if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow for the next live session. And then we will wrap up this week on Friday. So see you guys.